Hey guys, how are you? What is going on today? Let me flip this screen real quick. Okay, and I think we're gonna do that. Okay. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I didn't really get like dressed today, and I just kind of wasn't feeling it, but I wanted to make sure that I showed up for, for our Wednesday chat, see what's going on. And I watched a couple of videos that we can, you know, react to. So, see what you guys were thinking. I finally got around to watching Jasmine go house hunting with Hipstifer and Chrissy go to Blanco Taco with Rod. And are y'all up to date on these three mommies and such? What's going on out here? Let me say hi to everyone first. Good afternoon. I hope that everybody is doing well. Um, Guys, I'm going to owe you a member in mod chat. Maybe we'll do something off grid tomorrow or something, like something for everyone, but maybe just member and mod, like open live, but just our members, because I didn't do it on Monday. Rose of Sharon, you were first one in. I saw you pop in, and thank you for coming. Notification gang. Miss OKC, thank you for all that you're doing out here on these YouTube streets over and above. I saw you out there, and I clicked on your channel. Guys, check out Miss OKC, see what she's got going on over there. She's dropping little Easter eggs around town, around on these YouTube streets. So if you miss something, she's getting in the game and dropping some little tidbits here and there. Hi Dream Cake, how are you? Hi Flax MD, hi Jay Johnson, hi Star, how are you? Hi Pineapples, what's going on? Hi Charisse, hi Moving in Silence, hi Life of Destiny, how are you? What's going on? Hi, LaQuinta.
Let's see. Trinice, how are you? Rosita Camacho, how is it going? Hi, Latoy. Hi, V Love. Hi, Anissa. Hi, Jessica Michelle. Hi, Melissa Raftis. Let's see. Hi, Sharon Franklin. What's going on? Hi, Naisha. Hi, Loving Myself. How are you? Is it uh, D Taspy, if I said it correctly? Well, thank you, D Taspy. I hope I'm saying it right. If I did say it okay, please give me a thumbs up in the chat so I know I'm okay and not murdering your name. Hi, Monique. How are you? SD Deal Seeker. SD Deal Seeker. Okay. How are you? How's everyone doing? I hope I didn't forget anybody. I think I got everyone, but maybe I didn't. I never, I don't know. I miss people all the time, but I hope I got everyone. Hi, me and four. How's it going? Guys, thank you for everyone who joined me. I got to remember it straight on my vlog channel this morning. We had a little bit of um, motivation. I linked it in on my community post. Thank you, D Tasby. I We had some motivation this morning. I linked it on my community board over here, so you can click on it, go over there. For those of you who do not know, if you're in the bushes, don't know, this is your first time here, you just found me, I do have a vlog channel where I do vlog, and sometimes it's one or two vlogs a week. It just really depends. Shopping hauls, things like that, just lots of different things, but typically anywhere from like 2 to 3 posts a week. So go over there, see what I've got going on top of motivational, sometimes instructional, tutorial videos. I drop those over there also. So if that's your jam, or you want to just check me out, see what I'm doing, because reaction channels don't do anything but talk about people, because they're just worthless, bottom of the barrel YouTubers that have nothing else to offer. Click on over there and check me out, and then come back and talk to me. So, but that's what I got going on over there. So thank you, anyone who joined me this morning. I really appreciate it. Also, everybody who checked in for the video I posted at 10 o'clock. We have 75 people here. We're not even 10 minutes in. Hit that like button if you would. You got to be on that notification, gang. So I would imagine, with the exception of plus or minus, let's just say 10-ish, 10 to 15 dislikes. I'm feeling pretty optimistic about these likes today. So I hope that we can, you guys can, if you're here and you're not lurking, hit that like button. And if you are here and you're lurking, hit the like or the dislike. Just, let it be known. Yes. Thank you, Gigi. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. So yeah, guys, thanks a lot for coming out. This morning we discussed Olivia's video from the other day on Monday. And so that was actually a live that was yesterday, that was members only. It was a private members only chat. We had a small little group. It was very nice and quiet, which is cool either way, when there's a ton of you guys in there, or just a few. I like it any way it comes. Quite honestly, I enjoy moments when I can really get a chance to talk to you guys each, like almost feel like individually. And then the times where it's just like, oh my God, I can't keep up with the chat. So either way is so much fun. I appreciate you guys tremendously. Thank you, Dream Cake. I appreciate that. I do like making intros. That one kind of felt a little movie-ish, because I felt like I kind of wanted a little spooky, kind of eerie type of vibe, because Olivia's neighbor creeped me out so much when I was watching that video. I was just kind of like, why is nobody talking about this? But maybe nobody was really paying attention. I don't know. She was deflecting and doing so much, talking about macaroni salad and should she put tuna in it or not, and ignoring the lady. Hi, Kitten Zombie, how are you? She was ignoring that woman so hard. Um, and I just was shocked that that like she didn't seem a little bit more weirded out by it. But I think that she yes, the her coffee that she said bold and beautiful or something, some mess. Um, but yeah, it was interesting. Thank you, Kitten Zombie. Kitten Zombie is saying hello to everyone. Everyone, if you get a chance to, say hi to someone you haven't seen before, like welcome everybody. Welcome all to the new members. Gosh, we've gotten a lot of new members, and members, I owe you like a little post. I like to kind of do like a little sidebar post to you guys, just to let you guys know what I'm thinking, what's on my desk, what I'm doing, what I've got coming up. So I will make sure to get one of those out, maybe like tonight or tomorrow or something, just kind of like a holla at you. So if you guys are not a member yet and you like behind the scenes, you like extras, y'all, $1.99. That's not much. That you can't even get a cup of coffee for that anymore. I mean, I guess a plain, plain at Starbucks, but $1.99 gets you, gets you some extras over here. And if that's your jam, come on through, because we have a lot of fun and I like to try to keep it interesting. So, but yeah, Olivia's, that video was really strange, that live. I just thought it was so weird. Hi, Anna's Antics. How are you, babe? I just thought it was very strange to have a neighbor who you never really connected with to show up to the live. Even one that you did connect with, I think it's just kind of like, are you kidding me? Like, literally, I'm at work here, but you know what I do, and you come through, um, and it was kind of like breaking that third wall. It's like seeing, I don't know, it was just strange. Did you guys, I know a couple of you voted in the chat and said that you thought it was weird. It was strange. And you could tell Olivia was shook. And it would not surprise me, like I said to the group yesterday, our neighbors know things about our patterns. They know things about us that we don't even realize, like, do you always drive over the curb? Like I said, she probably can attest to the, that body count over there. Okay, I'm sure Olivia kept it popping over there at her apartment complex. So whether she spoke to Olivia or not, she may have some stories to tell. So I just found it quite fascinating. Thank you, Kitten Zombie, and thank you, and we appreciate it, and I'm sure that the same applies to you. So thank you. Hey, Cheryl Waz, how's it going? So I don't know. Jasmine, of course, I always find to be the funniest. She cracks me up. She and Chris went house hunting, guys. The video starts out, she's got the kids in the house. Ava's looking oh so cute. Aiden's doing his thing. Ava's really coming into her like little girlness. I mean, she's so cute. She's very expressive in her face, and I love the little looks that she makes. She cracks me up. One thing that I do notice about Jasmine too, Jasmine loves to put a headband on her girls. Do you guys notice that? That is like, how we all kind of have our own little style aesthetic and we pass that on to our kids. Yeah, Jasmine loves to put her kids in a headband. Have you noticed that? Um, I found it, just kind of like you always see Amaya in a headband. You see Kaylin in a headband. I mean, Jasmine wears her share of headbands. It's interesting. Liv was shook, probably thinking, what does this bitch really know? Okay, Life of Destiny, she knows something, right? Right? Because I bet your neighbors know, like, if you go to the grocery store a lot or no. They know if you have a boyfriend, when that guy comes through and when he doesn't, or they know the car. Because in a way, sometimes I think neighbors are doing a self-check on you. So they see that car that's familiar. They know, oh, that's the boyfriend. They see a car that's unfamiliar. maybe that's her mom or something. You know what I mean? Like neighbors are self-checking you. Now in apartments, maybe it's a little different, but I think it's sometimes the same, especially if you live in a nosy apartment complex. Um, but definitely when you live in a neighborhood in a house, your neighbors know all about what you're doing. Maybe not on the inside, but they certainly know what the goings on is on the outside. They can tell, they know whether you're cutting the lawn on Saturdays. Oh, that mail piles up, or they never get their packages, or boy, Amazon's there like 2 and 3 times a day. Just those random things that living across the street from somebody, that type of information that you gather, right? Um, so interesting. I don't know what this woman knows, but I just found it interesting and a bit eerie. But back to the original comment. Thank you so much for complimenting me on my intro. I really appreciate it because I do. I mean, I just kind of had an inspiration last night. I was waiting for Farrah to fall asleep, and I just kind of put a few things together. And I have to throw my favorite memes in there, and just put something together for intro outro for these lives, and it makes it more interesting for me. So I appreciate it that you guys find it interesting too, so thank you. But yeah, back to Jasmine, guys. We're going to segue over to Jasmine. If you guys want to circle back to Liv, let me know, but let's segue on into Jazz, since we've given Olivia a lot of time lately, because she'd been asking for it and I was happy to give it, but now I gotta what was it? Maxine Waters said, I need to reclaim my time. So we're gonna shout out to Maxine Waters. We're gonna reclaim some of this time back, because certainly Olivia does not deserve all of our time, and I'm sure she'll be very happy to get a little bit less attention until she otherwise lets us know that we need to get back on her again, right? She needs to put out a video, right? That's what reactors and that's where the commentary comes from, the videos. Hi, Sharon Franklin. I think I may have said hi before, but if I didn't, how are you? Hi, Ms. Corey. How are you? Jasmine needs a hobby. You just gave her a great idea, a headband business, because she certainly dresses those girls in headbands all the time. And that's no shade. I mean, I find it very cute. Ava looks adorable in a headband. She's a very cute little girl. And you can see she's going from baby mode to like baby girl mode, or baby girl mode to little girl mode. Because I guess they're fast approaching 3. So you see her kind of coming into like her, how people say they're coming into their looks, they're coming into like how they're going to probably look for the next few years until they change again. You know how it is when you've got kids and they go through those stages and they start to change, and so I just see that kind of, and she's so cute. But anyway, her and Jasmine and Chris took the little ones out. I guess the big ones were at school, because Jasmine did reference Amaya and having to go get Amaya. If he had actually locked the keys in the car, but I skipped a whole segment. Um, Before I do that, Ms. OKC had posted a picture of the flowers and the nail salon gift card that Chris gave to Jasmine, that she had put on Instagram. And that's sweet that she felt like she needed to post that, because girl, if you got them on a more regular basis, you probably wouldn't have. Even though it's nice, and I'm not certainly not trying to poo-poo it, girl, I'm happy for you. You got your flowers. He gave you a little kind of some self-care coupon. Hi, Bougie Bella, how are you? Something to go get your nails done, get yourself together, make those nails pretty, get those feet manicured. Gosh, guys, do you remember? Did you see Olivia a couple of weeks ago at a pedicure? I'm just gonna leave that right there, and we can circle back to that another time. Oh my God, we're gonna have to cover that episode of As Liv Turns. Maybe we'll do that on Friday. Olivia going to get her maintenance and referring to getting her bikini wax done as that it was like the Amazon. Do you guys recall that? That I couldn't even click on the video. Like, I was traumatized. But now that I'm thinking of it again, maybe it's time to circle back and we can actually watch it and have a laugh. But yeah, Jasmine got a gift certificate or gift card from her man, and she wanted everyone to see the flowers that he bought her. And look, I'm happy for her. I know she is really not used to getting a lot from her man, and the fact that Chris gifted her something finally, because I don't think she got anything for Valentine's Day. She said we were just worried about trying to eat and keep warm, which I get it. Um, Look, good for her. Okay. Um, she's not buying anything. She just needed content. Girl, I don't know that that house was for sale. I think that wouldn't that be a rental? Because I mean, she says, I hope we get approved. I thought she was talking about a rental. Nobody talked about a down payment. That house is too small to be buying. I know she said it's a starter home, but you have a business that you run from your house. I would imagine you need like at least a 4 bedroom so you could have a legit office like Brittany Blatter. Hello, Brittany. How are you? Have that legit office space so you could do your YouTubing like a rock star. Come on, Jasmine. Um, Jasmine was talking about there was 2 closets in the bedroom and may use one as an office. I was like, girl, would you stop it? Just stop it. Don't do that. So, which is not a bad idea, but we that's it's not ideal to put an office because it gets hot. My office is a closet, but my office is actually a bedroom, so it's not. I'm not in a closet. My this was a bedroom that we converted into basically a closet office, not the opposite. But you got to do with what you have, so I get it. Hi, Tawana. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hashtag LX3 family love and LX3 super fam. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Bougie gang. Guys, I think having a closet office is it's a way to reclaim some space. And then she had the nerve to say, well, maybe we'll use it for shoes. I was like, use it for shoes? Are you not the one that said you hadn't bought yourself a pair of shoes in a couple of years? And when you went to the shoe store to buy shoes, you bought 2 pairs of sneakers? So I don't know if Chris has so many pairs of shoes, but girl, and then when she said maybe we'll get approved, I know I'm skipping way ahead, but it popped into my head. She says hopefully we'll get approved, and Chris starts laughing. I was like, I'm over here trying to make coin to support this family, and you are over here laughing as I am trying to seriously get this footage together to make this coin that you don't bring in. Camila, I don't know if I said hello, but how are you? Am I missing anyone else who just came in? Hello, CB, how are you? How's it going? So, Jasmine starts off showing us the flowers. She got the gift card. They're going shopping for a house. I guess they get to this house. She says, I don't want any of y'all to see where we are because I know how y'all are. Jasmine, the only reason why people know where you live is because you have told us. I recall, and I don't even think this is the name of your street, because if it is, I wouldn't mention it. But you said specifically in a video, like something like that you live off Leander. Girl, I don't know what Leander is in Austin. I've never been to Austin, but you said specifically Leander, and I was like, Jasmine, why would you say that if that's off the main thoroughfare of where you live? Because that is not smart. And then you want to talk about people are coming to your apartments when you decided to show us what your apartments look like top to bottom when you guys are constantly out there. Hi, honey child, constantly out there. Hey, moving in silence, barbecuing, lighting up the fire pit, got the kids on the bicycles, but you take us into a house and you really like it, but you show us the floor. Guys, just as a side note, pet peeve, I'm sorry, there's a couple of people who their vlogs I can barely watch, not only because, and I don't want to say just because, not so much because of the actual substance of their videos, but because of their filming style. If you don't want people to see your house, you don't want people to see your living room, you don't want people to see where you're going, why don't you wait till you get there to talk to the camera? Because at the end of the day, it makes me like motion sick to watch the camera as you are filming your feet in the floor. And it's not like you're filming your feet because you want us to see your shoes and they're cool. You are filming the floor because you think you're being cool by not showing us the house. If the house is tiny, the house is modest, the house you want to keep private, whatever the case might be, keep it to yourself. If you don't want to show it yet, don't show it. Why not just come back and say, oh my God, the house was so nice. The living room was like an open floor plan. It was this, it was that. Or, hey guys, my house is full of damn clutter. I got baby toys from top to bottom. Or I can't keep my house clean. Whatever the case might be. I mean, look, it's not like we don't know. And when she was filming, if you go back to this video, my boyfriend takes me house shopping. Let me tell you something. She had that camera like pointed to the floor, kind of following the kids. And I feel like I get motion sickness from that. It's absolutely awful. Do any of you guys notice that? Hey, Miss Chin, how are you? I mean, that type of filming style, if you can't film, don't film. Sit down at your dining room table when you get home and maybe show a picture. Pull a picture because you're going to slip up, Jasmine. So go ahead and pull something off of realtor.com that's safe to show, or not, and just say, we went to a 3-bedroom, we went to this bedroom, we saw this, we saw that. There's one that Chris likes, there's one that I like. Whenever we choose, that's the one you'll see. I mean, I find it like absolutely just annoying when people think that they're filming something and they're not filming anything. All you see is walls and floor and legs. It's awful. So that really irritated me. But what I could see was that they came in, I think, through the garage, and there was the laundry room. Basically, you walk right into the kitchen, and there was kind of an open concept, I guess, like living room, family room, breakfast bar type situation. But the house seemed, some more on, kind of on the small side. So I don't know what Austin real estate is like, but nothing wrong with a humble home, absolutely. But if she's running a business out of her home, um, I don't know if it was a 3-bedroom home, a 4-bedroom home. It looked nice. I mean, the kitchen looked nice, of what we saw of it. Other than that, we saw floors. When she went into the bedroom, we saw carpet and half walls, no windows. She didn't show anything. And my point, not so much that it's a humble home. If you can't film, don't film. Or if all you can show is the kitchen, take a minute when the real estate agent goes out, when you're looking at the house, and say, hey, I'm standing here in the kitchen. This house is so cute. I mean, I don't know. I think that why bother putting something like that in your vlog? I don't know. And that maybe that just comes from the fact that I put up content, and I just think that she's paying for what? Paying for disclosing too much. Then if that's what you mean, Wish, maybe sit back when you get home and then just, hey, we went to 3 houses, and just walk through it. You don't have to show everything, because we really didn't get to see much of the house. To me, we saw the closets, we saw the carpet, and we saw the paint, and then we saw the kitchen, and walking into maybe just walking right in to see the laundry room. And I mean, we saw enough of the floor plan. The downstairs was I almost feel like, honestly, their apartment could be bigger than that actual house. Like the layout of that house, I almost would venture to guess that I bet you that apartment is bigger than the house. But if that's what she wants to get, girl, I'm certainly not signing the lease. So they can, I'll be watching. That's not going to stop me from watching. Austin is turning into California right now. If her budget is $1,500 a month, then you're lucky if that gets you 1,200 square feet. Okay. And even for apartments, Nisha, Well, her apartment is more than that. So yeah, so she might save. Is that and you're saying, is that rent or is that with a mortgage? Um so she said hopefully we'll get approved. I feel bad for the landlord. Girl, let me say, because that house is gonna get torn up. It's gonna get torn up, period. Um, why is she even moving again? These moms change. Yeah, it's been a little bit over a year that she moved into that, because it was this time last year that Chrissy had just gotten to Houston, right? Chrissy had gotten evicted. Chrissy had just rolled into Houston right before Easter, guys. You remember, it's been a year already, okay? Remember, she had just moved in and she was already talking about that she wanted to move and get a house, okay? So that was a year ago. So in Jasmine years, she might say it's been 2 years, but I think she moved in right before Christmas or right after Christmas last year. So she's just made a year in that place. But Jasmine doesn't want to stay there. And they created that storyline about people coming through the apartment complex, driving by and wanting to jump out and I guess run through their garage. And so she's got cameras and stuff now, and whatever. And I guess Olivia's got these same cameras. Like, I'm thinking to myself, y'all, okay, okay. Miss me with the bullshit. Hello, hi Tawana, how's it going? Um, so yeah, I mean, look, she says that they like that house. That's the house that they, I guess, applied for and are hoping to get approved by, um, or approved for. So good for them. Um, Chris, again, like I said, when she was talking in the car, if you guys saw it, she says, I hope we get approved. And he starts laughing, which I would have been so annoyed. And maybe she was, because she ended up doing like a take two, but she didn't delete out the footage of him laughing. Um, so, Kiki, you're saying it won't last with them. Well, it's been lasting for a minute. Chris is not, I don't know that Chris is motivated to go anywhere, because Chris is like less than mediocre, and Jasmine does not require him to do anything. Unlike, and not to really compare and contrast, but we're getting ready to compare and contrast. Chrissy and her man went out on date night. I was kind of like, you know what? Even despite homie liking to use his hands, um, he took her out for tacos. They had a babysitter. They got to get some alone time and, have a night out. Adults, because um, this guy has one kid. Chrissy has 9 kids. And she got a night out on the town. I mean, to me, I see Chrissy going out. Chris gets to, Chrissy goes out and enjoys herself, right? Um, her man takes her out. They go out to dinner. Whether he paid for those gifts, a lot of people say she didn't pay. She paid for them. He didn't. Whatever the case might be, he got his hair done. Remember that day on Valentine's? He had his hair like twisted. His dreads were like redone, period. He was all shaped up. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Chris is in them damn funky ass shorts and turned over Nike flip flops. He's never edged up and clean. He's always got a hat on and looks like he's just getting ready to go jump in the shower. Now, whether that happens or not, I don't know, but Chris is always dusty. Not that Rod is so much better, but I don't get hadn't taken a shower vibes from Rod. And at least in this Blanco Taco video, where they went to, that's their favorite spot to get tacos in Houston, according to Chrissy. Towards the end of the video, Chrissy walks into her cloffice, which I had no idea how the spatialness of her space. Homie was, I guess, was he doing schoolwork? I didn't know if he said school or scores. So I don't know if he was on ESPN looking at scores of games, or was he doing schoolwork? I said, maybe he said schoolwork. But he's online If he was doing school, like, okay, okay. I'm not even going to hate on that. You know what I'm saying? What's Chris doing? Cussing, talking loud on the PlayStation? 33 years old, no vehicle? The hell? So, I mean, I can't even I can't even say anything about that. I don't know if I'm assuming it was he said school, but at first I thought he said scores, so I just assumed he was like I said, I thought he was on like ESPN, maybe looking at the games and seeing how things turned out overnight, which is, a lot of men do that. And as ladies too who are into sports, but it was a nice date night video. I mean, Chrissy had been well, Rose of Sharon, we know about that. I think I prefaced this whole conversation as it pertained to him. He likes to use his hands. We don't know that he's doing that now. So when you say he abuses women, that would be currently. We don't know that to be true. I'm not giving him any excuses, but at the end of the day, if Chrissy is putting out videos, kissy facing him, going out to dinner, trying to put a positive spin on his PR and that he's going to school and things like that, I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go hard on this guy if he has truly turned his life around. Chrissy has not addressed it. We are still waiting for him to address it. Yeah, and I get what you're saying, and I hope you get what I'm saying, especially as doing commentary. I don't want to seem like I am just a ball buster for everybody's man on the YouTube streets, because I'm not. You know what I'm saying? She's not addressing it, and I see her, doing a pretty decent job of trying to change the optics around the conversation of her man. You know what I'm saying? So for that, I'm gonna give her the credit. Now, if he is low-key abusive to Chrissy, and that family over there, yeah, he's gonna get run out of town like everybody else, right? We just have to let stuff reveal itself, because we don't know what's going on over there. But I talked about it weeks and weeks ago when Rod was revealed to be someone who had a history of using his hands to settle disputes. So that's no mystery over here, and we've certainly covered that. But judging on the video, that's what happened. So if you guys have no tolerance for Mr. Rod, I hear you and I see you, but Chrissy is putting out her content. Hey, C Talk, how are you? And that's kind of where I'm going on it, because I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to be the ball buster of all men, of these mommies on YouTube. Because Hipstifer seems to be, he's his worst enemy. Yeah, I don't know, Life of Destiny. I don't know. We're gonna see. Like I said, I look. I've said this a million times. These ladies have issues. Okay. Um, Chrissy is, I'm sure, to the people that love her, they love her. I'm sure they think she's awesome. Chrissy has a nice family that she is taking care of, but there's issues there that make, and we've talked about this many times, maybe to not be the top pick of a high value man. Rod is not a high value man. Let's not get it twisted. The guy is in school, and he, I believe, is over 30. He is probably trying to do something where he can get a job. No, I did not brown sugar. Is there something I need to look at now? So he's in school. I'm assuming, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's to get a degree, if it's to get a certification, if it's to complete a trade, whatever it might be. I can at least say, versus Chris, the optics in a video of a man sitting at a computer saying that he is in the middle of a class or doing his homework or his school, I think is so much better than Jasmine capping for a no good ass, non-working, non-paying his child support, dusty looking boyfriend who has the nerve to laugh when you are trying to cap about getting a house? I mean, my goodness, are you following me here? Like, my gosh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm certainly not signing up for the Rod fan club, but you know, we're going on the video, okay? So, yeah, I mean, Chrissy is making lemonade at this point. That's her lemonade to make. He wouldn't be my man. Um, Jay Johnson, I couldn't vouch for Rod's character. I don't know him. But I know that I have a whole video posted with his police report on my channel, and you know, you guys can go check that out. And I stand by everything I've said and will say moving forward. At the end of the day, if Chrissy doesn't want better for herself than you do, then I wouldn't waste my time fretting about any of it. You know what I'm saying? She's the one who has to go to bed at night with somebody who has a whole rap sheet that spits facts on your man and the way he handles things, or has handled things in his past. So if she's able to reconcile that and she's trying to put a good face on it, that's, girl, that's, we see you, we see what you're doing. Clearly she has not convinced the unconvinced that he's not still an alleged abuser. That is the major deal breaker for me with dating. No deadbeat dads. Yeah, so word on the street is, Brittany, that Hipster Fur, aka Jasmine's boyfriend, is a deadbeat and that he is not paying his child support. But he is sitting around holding hands and carting around and driving this woman around town. With her kids, and I've said this many times, are you doing the same thing for your kids? She will not get a mortgage. This is got to be a Section 8 home. Okay, yeah. Then, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would imagine with the Section 8 voucher, I would be trying to get a little bit bigger house. I mean, if they're giving you a voucher and you don't have to pay very much, then get that man to get a job so he can supplement your pocket. Especially since you guys like to fly under the radar and don't report all your income and stuff like that. Get that man to get a job so he can supplement, so you guys can get like one extra bedroom, so you guys don't have to wake up the whole house every time you guys want to go live. Because it was like one great room right into the kitchen, and then you have to go upstairs for sleeping rooms. He doesn't have to pay child support if he doesn't live in the same state as them. Didn't y'all? No, I didn't. Girl, doesn't he live in the same state with two of his children? Oh, Anna, is that what are you being facetious, or is that actually fact? Yeah, see, I don't know about that. I've got one kid, and one kid lives under the same roof with her dad, which is my husband. We all live together, so I haven't had to cross that bridge. Um, I'd have to fall back on any of you who have that experience and have that information, because I do not know. Um, Oh, yeah, I'm certainly not Jay Johnson, but yeah. Um so Jasmine won't get a mortgage. It's probably Section 8. It's got to be something. Oh, bougie Bella DeMarcus was in school, according to Chrissy. You are correct. But like I said, these are not high value guys. These are guys who are not even regular guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is not average Joe. This is like second chance or third chance Joe. Okay. This is like Pookie's brother who's doing better than Pookie. So Tyrone, okay. So yeah, Pookie's brother, Pookie the lawbreaker, his brother who's the hobosexual, yeah, Tyrone, okay? Um that's who these guys are. They're not even average guys. These are guys who are like down on their luck because they aren't even in their own apartments. Average regular Joe has an apartment, has a decent job, and most of us women who are average, average earners who have an education, who are looking to, take it up a notch and meet someone who is also interested in taking it up a notch, that's who average Joe is probably going to meet. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. And these guys are not high value dudes. So yeah, they all get side eyes. I mean, look at Brandon. I told you guys months ago about Brandon. No matter how Brandon looked and how Brandon spoke, and Brandon met Olivia at the insurance office or whatever he does, I don't know, I was still giving him a side eye because you're dating Olivia. I'm giving Jasmine's guy a side eye because Jasmine is not a party. She's not fun to deal with. You know what I mean? Yeah, so this is what happens. I mean, guys, these women have unfortunately chosen a certain path. So, i.e., the title of today's live, cheap dates and dead end relationships. I mean, I guess we don't definitely see a future with Rod and Chrissy, even though honestly, do you guys look at Onyx? I mean, sometimes I wonder, like, is Onyx this guy's kid? Brandon is like a robot with a sprinkle of personality. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the time, like those moments to catch Brandon actually drooling. Brandon is interesting. Um, but yeah, these relationships are not, you know, I could either see these relationships going nowhere quick or, or lingering. Chrissy seems to be happy with this guy, but and she's not doing anything. She was all into, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I've got my foundation this, and he seems to, I don't know. We're going to have to see what's going to happen with Chrissy and what she's doing. She says she wants to do a lot. I'm sure it's almost time again for another one of her sit down videos talking about, we saw her, she took her iPad out and she had her block schedule. I really haven't seen any of these videos that she talks about with this block schedule. They've been doing a lot of cooking and cooking videos and things like that, but she says that she's using her block schedule for filming content. She's doing her promos, but we just haven't really seen a lot of the sponsored posts. I would just think that a channel the size of Chrissy's at this moment in her YouTube career would have like Just Fresh boxes, would have a lot of the kind of staple sponsorships that a lot of channels have, like Just Fresh, Audible, Skillshare. I mean, she's doing YouTube tutorials. Where is your Skillshare sponsorship? I mean, everybody at a certain point seems to get those. When you're looking at channels sometimes of like 25,000, a lot of the beauty bloggers, I mean, and yeah, their content is very different, but there's so many people at the point where she is, that you would see different things happening. And I wonder if it is because of the optics of her channel, because of the PR, because of the like the cachet of her channel, that they're kind of like, we'll pass, we'll come back maybe when the messaging changes over here. Della, you think that Chris will be gone when Philip is released? Yeah, Philip will be shooing him out of that apartment, I'm sure. Aries' son, Rod, seems like one of those guys that talks about what he is going to do, but doesn't end up doing much. Okay. Brandon can't play the game with Liv, right? LOL. She be playing now. Jazz trying to play, but she can't do it correct either. How many of you are catching like the little tea between Olivia and Jazz? Jazz sitting up there talking about what was current with Olivia. I was like, girl, you're not trying to get Chrissy back in your life at all, then I guess maybe it really is over. Chrissy gets back with Mr. Professional. Rod finds out and chokes out Mr. Professional. The streets are talking, Chrissy, and people are throwing out plot twists, and it includes Rod's hands that have been documented as dangerous. Okay. Um, guys, it's not good. It's not good. So optics, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say optics certainly have not changed. We don't care how many taco dates Rod takes Chrissy on. You guys are not here for it. It seems like, right? Pineapples, fake ass goals. Tell me what that means. If you I don't know what that means. So I think Rod is, yeah, Rod has one kid, Miss Chin. I didn't get to see that about Jazz and Liv. So, in the video where Jasmine's car breaks down, I think that's the one. If I'm not mistaken, guys, correct me. Um, Jasmine was talking about wanting to go on a vacation, and she mentioned that Olivia had just moved and she was living near a beach, and she wished she was like close to something. That was when we were talking on Monday. So this was her. Did we get a new member? It just came up, new member. If I missed someone coming in, I apologize, but welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, yeah, so yeah, she's current and up to date on what's going on with Olivia. She's watching Olivia's channel. But yeah, if you go back to when her tire um, got shot out. She says we don't live in that type of a neighborhood. I think her tire was just bald. I think it was poor car care, and I think they drove that car and did not buy tires from the minute the Jazz bought that car. And Chris probably hasn't done one oil change. Okay, so Naisha, I think that's that. I look, I agree with you. I think that is from a family perspective. Naisha is saying that maybe because my dad has a history of DV and changed his whole life after he stopped drinking. I have a soft spot for Rod because you've seen change happen and you experienced it from your own father. So that's beautiful. And I know that you guys are so happy about that. And that's the hope that, sometimes people have triggers and, we do see a fair amount of drinking on these YouTube streets. And there's nothing also wrong with having a cocktail or two. But bottles on bottles, on non-celebratory weekends, and that's a lot of alcohol that's being consumed. Anna, how many weeks are you? If you follow Anna on Instagram, if you follow Anna's channel, um, where are you in your pregnancy journey? And can we expect to have full vlogs about it? Are you going to be in the birthing suite like how we saw Kaylin come into the world from um we saw Kaylin's emergence from her mother? Will you be documenting your journey? Ain't no way you have a man up under you and he's not taking care of the car. Yeah, there's no reason that Jasmine's tire should have just gone, I'm done, basically, and just fall apart if the tire had been taken care of. I mean, she had bad tires. Thank you, Jay Johnson. You're so sweet. Thank you. Della, you're saying, Fran, I have a question. How can Jasmine put the same content on 3 channels? Does YouTube allow that? I thought they did not, but let me tell you this. What I do know is that YouTube does, like right now in this live, on the studio board, I can click a button and I can actually create a highlight reel. So in theory, I can create a highlight right now and it's going to post either before or after I even finish this live. So in theory, I would say they must. Now, I don't know that you can repost a complete and total live. Or complete and total same content on all three of your channels. But I've seen it, and I just think people, I'm not gonna say don't watch it. I mean, I guess it's up to somebody else, but she's not even changing the intros. She's just straight up creating a video and putting it on. And and in full disclosure, like I had a motivational Monday 2 weeks ago that I posted onto this channel, but members. So it's not floating around as a monetized video. Keeping in mind that just because you see a commercial coming in doesn't mean that it's monetized, because YouTube did this whole thing this year that it reserves the right to monetize any content on its platform, even if you don't monetize it. So if you decide I don't want to make money on something and YouTube monetizes your content, that's on them, whether you're monetized or not. It could be your very first video posted. If they run if they run a commercial, so be it. They reserve the right to run commercials on anything, whether you monetize it or it's monetized or not. That being said, I don't know. I thought that I'd read something that it needs to be a original content, short of some minor tweaks, and maybe if it's monetized, not monetized. But yeah, great question, Della, and I will do some research on it, just for my own knowledge. I just would think it would just be too easy to have identical channels, and kind of make less original video, because if you're spreading it across two channels, like if everybody did that, it would be weird. NW Will, she even said that she knew the tires were bad or bald. But again, how the hell? Well, NW, we talked about this on Monday. Why was she walking to the pool with a Home Depot buckets like she was living on a farm? Okay. She's not living on the J. Morrell Stewart farm, where J. Morrell, who's getting ready to have, what is it, their 9th or 10th baby, maybe very soon, or maybe already had it, who's, they live on a farm and she's carrying buckets and things of that nature. You live in Austin city limits, I'm assuming, and you are in the city. Why are you getting the toilet water to flush during the pandemic and the snowstorm of 2021? That's what kind of man she dates. That's what kind of man she wants. She doesn't see anything wrong with it. You know what I mean? Why is that happening? Because she has very low requirements, and Chris is a low value specimen of a man. Doesn't, and that's just that. He doesn't work. He doesn't work. He didn't have any possessions to move into her home other than some hats, drawers, pants, sneakers. And, she brings everything. She brings the TVs, the couches, the pots, the pans, the forks, the knives. I mean, this guy doesn't even have his own household at 33 years old as a single bachelor guy. I mean, I don't know. I can't even speak to it because I'm not a man. And what the psyche of a man is at that point in his life, and being where he's at, how that would make them feel. But we do know this, and we've seen it many times, that when you see a guy get a job, or something turns in his favor, that they get new, right? Hey, sweet tea, how are you? We're having a conversation about these guys, the additional children, or I don't know, these low value guys that these three mommies date. I love J. Morrell Stewart. I love J. Morrell. I love her channel, and I love also how, do you notice J. Morrell protects her family quite a bit? You watch J. Morrell's channel. For any of you guys who are familiar, J. Morrell Stewart, she's got about 300,000 subscribers. She's a mom channel. You could say family channel, but it's really not. I mean, you'll see her family around, but this is a mom channel who cooks in the kitchen all the time, basically, right? So it's not quite a cooking channel, but it's kind of a mom and how I do things channel. And her family's around, her husband's around, but it's her channel, right? Um, Girl, loving myself, taken care of. Yes. Oh my God. Jasmine. Mm-mm-mm. Anyway, you know, Jay Morrell's husband shows up every now and again. He's always around, Mr. Travis, and the kids that she homeschools. But I think Jay Morrell has gotten the business about her kids and her family and her lifestyle, and sometimes even the way she articulates about what her husband does for the family, making it seem like her husband doesn't work, but part of his job is really kind of supporting the household as quote unquote, not even a stay at home dad, but he's probably her manager in a way. Um, he handles the house, he handles a lot of the kids, she handles the homeschooling, he keeps that house running because her house is her studio. That farm is part of her content. So him keeping up certain aspects of the home is what brings those bags in for them, what runs their website, what has her going to seminars. So, we know all of this. We see, other channels. I mean, stuff has to, as the bigger your channel grows, there is a lot that is involved. I mean, what I used to do a year or two ago is very different from what I have to do today in terms of even just the time that I spend on comments and making sure that I've got my shit together before I hit that go live button, because no, I don't want my microphone to not work. No, I don't want my lights to not work. Yes, I need my set to be clear, which is AKA my room. Yes, I need to look a certain type of way. I'm not getting on here looking crazy. That's just not this platform, whether I'm on my vlog channel or this channel. I don't have to be perfect, but my platform isn't bonnets and robes. If your platform is bonnets and robes, God bless you. But I don't do that on my channel. If I did that, I would be probably because I'm not feeling well, I'm sick or something happened for me to do that. But that is not the norm over here. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, to me, the rhetoric around the false impression of perfect. No, I just choose the optics and the messaging of my channel. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. No bra. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, if that's what you want to do, that's on you. But as a working mom, that's never been what my platform was about and what I wanted to show. 9 times out of 10 on my channel prior to Rona, you were seeing me and Farah walking out the door, starting out with the OOTD. I mean, we went to work and school every day. There's not just random days that my kid was home and I'm filming without, like, oh, we're on spring break, oh, it's a teacher work day, or whatever. Because that's just that's that I mean, everyone's got their platform of how they do things. You know what I'm saying? Some people have, their husbands grabbing cameras and doing takeovers, or boyfriends doing takeovers. Yeah, we don't do that over here. No shade. It's not that he can't be on film, but that's just, everybody has kind of the, their strategy of how they do things. And if you want to push your push all that to the front, it will be discussed. You know what I'm saying? So, Miss Chin, I agree with you. She's saying that no one should be getting out of bed and did not brush their teeth. And yeah, that should be a no-go, but that's what happens every single day. And you know, and channels are growing, and direct deposits are being made. You know what I'm saying? They're not lacking, because people do kind of like to see a train wreck, and they like to see, like, damn, can you believe that? Guys, if you are here and you have not hit that like button yet, we have 189 concurrent view, 190. We have 86 likes. That just can't be right. I'm sure we could get this up to at least 100 pretty quickly, because there's got to be at least 15 people who are just like, oops, my bad, sis. Did Kaylin ever get her vanity? In my opinion, no. What she got was Jasmine's leftover desk, that was retrofitted into a vanity. And the computer desk that she bought for her daughter to be a vanity went to Amaya. So all's well that ends when the kids don't know. And that's the most important thing. But it would have been nice for her to buy some nice mirrors and maybe take them outside, Mom Duke style, paint them white. Hi, Dr. Amira. How are you? Movie in silence. Did I say hello? Hello, I love you or love you. Take them outside, put a nice glossy paint, some rhinestones, jazz it up a little bit, no pun intended. Make it girly, paint them white, paint them pink, get them some Amazon mirrors, get them some organizational trays and some lip glosses and nail polish and, girly things. That teach them some responsibility because they're going to want to take care of it and they're not going to want the baby to touch it or the babies to touch it. And where they can feel cute and they've got their hairbrushes and combs. And I'm not saying they don't have that. Jasmine never really did a video. Jasmine, if you're watching, I'm giving you a video, some content idea right now. Show us how you dressed up the girls' desks, okay? How you dressed up their makeup stations. Did you give them some lip balms, some different flavor lip balms and some cute brushes and bows and hair clips and cute mirrors, and put some little fuzziness down on their chairs to make them cute like you have? Did you outfit their desks like you've outfitted your desk? Do your girls have just as good as you do? Inquiring minds would like to know. But yeah, no, I guess I'm sure Kaylin's happy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't have a direct connect into her, but any of you guys who go to those chats, I would ask her to do a video, just like she asked us to do a video. She hasn't been by or commented, but I didn't tag her either. But Jasmine has been over here to comment before, so girl, anyone who is in that chat, send her over, because she said if you do a video, and I forgot, I have to do my my wake up in a day as a reactor video. That's every day. Let's see, I bet that ice cream was their dinner. Oh God, I hope not. Yeah, when she was debating over ice cream versus popcorn, I was like, girl, is there a question? How are you debating ice cream over popcorn? And you might want to pick up a pie. You know what I'm saying? Like, my goodness, it's a summer night. You guys are celebrating. Clearly, you guys got some cash. And, get the kids some treats, girl. Buy some hot dogs, get some hamburgers, get the kids some ice cream, and give them a little bit of a treat. Hi, Elizabeth Moselle. How are you? Ooh, Elizabeth, what did you have? You had a girl or a boy? Guys, Elizabeth Moselle just came back from having a baby. Anna, did you let us know how far along you are, if you are letting that out? I don't know. Jazz is a sad case. Lovely Gabrielle. Yeah, if they move to the house, I'm just going to be sitting watching. And all of you guys out there supporting Jasmine and her family, get ready, because you're going to be buying a dad grill. You're going to be buying all kinds of stuff, because for some reason that sofa set that she's got right now, I'm sure is not going to make it. You had a boy. Congratulations. Do you have any girls? Are you a complete boy mom, or do you have boy girls? What you got going on over there, Elizabeth? Chrissy is always doing desserts, the Eric family. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing. I know Chrissy has been criticized a little bit for her portions. However, let me see, one girl 13, one boy 7, and now one little guy. Okay, so cute. Congrats to all the 2021 babies. Yes, they're bringing lots of joy and comfort and just all kinds of baby realness to families, which is so nice. Everyone needs that. Congrats on the new bundle. My baby just turned 35. Well, congratulations. Is your 35-year-old a girl or a male or female? I guess at that point it's more appropriate to say. And do you have grandchildren, if you'd like to tell? The whole portion thing. Yeah, so back to Chrissy. Thank you for bringing me back, Nisha, or Naisha rather. Yeah, she was criticized for portions. I mean, I think when you've got a bunch of kids and you're serving up a lot of food, um, she should know how much food to make, but I think also, kids do waste food. Um, I oftentimes will give Farah her plate, and she might sometimes say more, and I'll just say, look, what I'm saying? Like, there's always plenty of dinner. So just come back. And I'd rather have her come back and get seconds and be thoughtful with her seconds rather than load up a plate with a lot of food and she doesn't eat it or feels like she needs to eat more and overeat. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather get this and then go back and get some more. I totally don't have a problem with that, but I don't want to overfill a plate. And because sometimes, and a lot of us have been in situations with our families that, you get a plate of food and you have to finish your plate of food, right? And sometimes you've got kids who are eating and they're no longer hungry. Their tummy is full. I'm definitely a person that eats a certain amount and then I'm going to come back to it and then I'm going to probably come back to it again. Um, and I've kind of always been that way, but definitely I am now more so that way. So I don't ever finish. I will get a little bit in and then I'm going to come back like an hour later. And then I come back, maybe even before I go to bed and finish it up. I can't do one sitting, so, but everyone feeds their families different, but I have really started implementing not too much snacks before dinner. I was watching Sarah on Tribe of Many, and she got a bunch of kids too. She has a full house over there, and she makes fruits and things available. But as far as having too many snacks before dinner, she is of the mindset of if it's a certain time before dinner, it's like, no, dinner's almost ready, come back. Because if you're hungry now, then that means that you're going to be hungry for dinner. If you are hungry now and you eat too much of a snack, you are not going to eat dinner. So if you know that your kids are good and they have eaten appropriately throughout the day, they've had their breakfast, they've had a mid-morning, they've had a lunch, they've had an early snack, and it's maybe 6 o'clock, I think it's good to say, hey, maybe you can have maybe a couple of cookies or some crackers, or even just, hey, give me 20 minutes and food will be on the table. I don't mean that like dinner is an hour and a half away. Then hey, spread some peanut butter on a piece of bread, get yourself something. I don't have a problem with Farah having a snack before dinner, but if dinner is getting ready to be ready, yeah, no, the answer is no, because it's going to be a waste of my time. And then I got all these leftovers, and then she has eaten snacks, and then at 9 or 10 o'clock, she wants food, and we don't want that. I want her to eat dinner, at the appropriate time, and then she can have her ice cream sandwich or whatever we have for dessert that she'd like to have. If it's like it almost kind of goes off track, and I think what I mean. Like as someone who has really had to develop better eating habits as an adult, I'm working very hard to make sure that my daughter has appropriate eating habits and that I'm teaching her the right things revolving around food and that she doesn't have to have this issue. And if she does, I did my best. Okay. And that's that on that. So, And maybe we can talk about that one day. I know that is probably a sore topic for some, or maybe not. I don't know. And we love all of our children, short, tall, big, small, whatever they are. Um, but if it just feeding our kids. I mean, I think that that's a real thing. And if you have a kid that needs to lose 10 pounds or a kid that needs to lose 50 pounds, we're getting ready to be at the summer. I think it's always a great opportunity in the summer. If you've got a kid that needs to shed a few pounds, you get a dog, you get them into a very active camp situation. You push the couches back and you start exercising in the living room, with them. There's so many different opportunities. But that's a conversation we can have another day. But I think it's a conversation worth having because I'm sure that that is something that someone in this chat could be dealing with, or that somebody who will listen to this chat at another time will deal with. And I think sometimes it's a sensitive topic for some, but we're certainly not here to pick on the kids. We are a community of mommies, and of course, I think it should, and I hope will be taken in the spirit of which it's meant, to help any of the moms out here who might be struggling or might have a concern. And if there's anyone out there who has a particular training or certification as a dietitian or a nurse and has particular knowledge in nutrition and wants to step up as a guest to come forward and speak to help some of these mommies. We've all been home with Rona. Our kids are less active. Step up and make yourself known, and maybe we can have somewhat of a chat to offer up some strategies for some of these mommies. I think it would be awesome. Dreamcake, are you putting your hand up? Are you a dietitian or a nurse or a pediatric nurse or someone with some, some knowledge on nutrition, pediatric nutrition? But yeah, one thing that I've always done, even though Farah has never really been in a situation where she needed to lose weight or I ever was advised that she needed to, was that during the summer in camp, I have always put her in a very active camp. I mean, Farah goes to outdoor camp. It's always activity camp. Sometimes it's extreme sports. So, archery, all different kinds of games. Everything is outside. She is straight to the shower or a bath as soon as she gets in the car, like literally getting a lot of energy expelled throughout the day. So I've always found that to be one of the best things, and she enjoys it. I mean, when she goes to camp, when I pick her up in the evening, she is, by the time I'm getting off of the property, any of you guys who used to watch my vlogs back then, I mean, Farah would be asleep. She would just be asleep in the back. Like, I would be 2 turns out and she was already exhaustedly tired because she'd been out in the heat all day and playing all day, going to the pool. I mean, so much activity. So it was pretty awesome. And I think we'll probably do that this summer. So even if it's not every week, I might do like every other week. And then they have some different camps, but they always have a really good level of activity. So oh, okay. Dream cake, I see what you're saying. Okay. Um, and you know what? I will search around, guys. If nobody steps up, I will put up a community post and see if anyone steps up. But I will put up a community post so that anyone in our network who may be a nurse, a doctor, a nutritionist, a dietitian, maybe works for Weight Watchers, anyone who has um, any good professional knowledge on eating and strategies around helping our kids stay physically fit or even drop a couple of pounds through the summer. If that is a concern, we don't want to call it like a diet for a kid, but making sure that we're putting the proper foods on our kids' plates, like veggies and fruit, and cutting back on processed foods and making sure that they have adequate protein and drinking lots of water and things like that, and getting some exercise and jumping on their bikes, you can't go wrong. I mean, just the stuff that I just mentioned are a recipe for a kid to be in great, have good nutritious foods, and also be doing maintaining the type of exercise to maybe help them shed a couple of pounds, but still get to have some fun, have some ice cream and some cookies every now and again, because life has to be fun, and part of a fun and interesting life is yummy foods on our plates, right? But not in excess. So yeah, the pandemic weight is no joke, and getting our kids back physically active is super important. So, because we don't want anything to set in early or set in at all. So it's so important. But anyway, I mean, I think we kind of covered the mommies. I know we took kind of a sharp left turn talking about some other things, but some serious topics came up. You know, Naisha, I think it was, I really appreciate you stepping up and offering your testimony to maybe give Rod a little bit of grace. We're not giving him a pass, but we're giving him a little bit of grace to know that if he had a substance abuse problem, which I don't know, I'm not even alleging that, if there was a situation that was triggering this man to act out, if he's put that behind him, and that's what Chrissy wants to deal with, girl, you go for it, right? But we have to keep in mind again, these guys are not, not high value guys. These are guys who are, uh, you know, these are the guys who would do the couch surfing. These are couch surfers, right? For the most part, and it's I don't know. I don't know why Jasmine, how she found Chris. I guess, he's in her network, and Chrissy's friend, let the story tell it, was that a friend of hers introduced her to Rod. I would like to know what friend this was, and if it was Ming, like, really. Um I don't know if anyone's ever asked in one of her lives, but Chrissy's lives are so different from the way they used to be last year, and I get it. But we don't really have a chance to get to her like we used to, right? Chrissy is really trying very hard. She is literally staying out of the way. So, I mean, great chat today, guys. You guys are awesome, and give yourself a round of applause. Like, that was really, I felt like that was a really good conversation. Um, and we didn't talk about Liv very much, which I'm glad, because she gets a lot of time. So I think it was let's see, roller skate night or a bomb for the whole family and cheap, exactly. And just bike riding, if everyone's got a bike, or some are on bikes, some are on, guys, let me tell you something. If somebody had had a camera, we all got on our bikes. It was funny. Actually, my husband had to get an inner tube for his bike, so he was on um, one of Farrah's bikes, which was it was funny. But she was on her new bike, which is like my bike. We all rode out of the neighborhood, and I hadn't been on my bike in a minute, but it was okay. But it was funny because of course I was still on the YouTube streets. I had my headphones in because somebody was live, and I was trying to screen record because I had to, of course, I got to get that content out. I was like, oh my God. And I'm pulling over, high positively blessed, um, trying to screen record as I am trying to not break my neck on my bicycle. So that was pretty funny. But yeah, we're gonna get on our bikes more. My husband just got his bike fixed, so we're good and we're covered. But yeah, we need to definitely do that more. And Farrah loves to get on her bike, so. But yeah, guys, I encourage you, get out the house. Those of you who have found the Leslie Sansone videos, I don't know if you guys know her channel, but she's got free group fitness on her channel, guys. Very popular. And I mean, it's not like, oh, you're going to hear all the jams on Leslie Sansone's channel, But what you are going to get is some group fitness that is free on YouTube. And I'm going to send you guys her chat. I'm going to put it down here in the chat. Guys, check them out. Let's see. Leslie Sansone. I mean, she's got one of her highest viewed videos on her channel, 57 million views. 57 million views can't be wrong. So check her out. I think there's something on here for everyone. It's not just Leslie. Leslie has other people on here doing her group fitness. So she has everything from like 10-minute workouts to 30-minute workouts. Kind of like she calls it like walking fitness, but really it's almost like your regular aerobics, group fitness type classes. And then you'll see the different people over their left or right shoulder. Some people doing the high impact, and then some people doing the low impact moves. So you pick what your jam is. But yeah, she's got a popular channel. So if you're looking, you can't get out the house, you haven't been out the house, you don't want to pay for gym membership, check out Leslie Sansone. Okay. And they still drop new videos. So, all right. And Moving in Silence does the ratchet workout. Please drop the link, Moving in Silence. Do you mind, to that channel? If anyone has a link to a channel and it's fitness related, whatever, go ahead and drop the link down. If you've got something that you enjoy, something that gets you motivated, if it's your yoga, if it's your meditation, if it's something about positive eating, go ahead and drop it down in the chat, if you will, or come back and put it in the comments. I can try to copy and paste all three, all of however many you guys drop, and pin them in a comment. But if you have anything that you would like to recommend to this community, go ahead and drop it in the chat. Okay, elevating Nikki, I see that's a great idea. Trap cardio, yes. So search trap cardio, Moving in Silence. If you can drop the link, great. If not, it's okay. I will start my workout next week, and I will start going to bed much earlier. Yeah, because I don't know if we're getting ready to reset, if they're trying to get us back on those horrific schedules, those marathon car rides. I know some of you guys have been in the struggle and never got out of it. Some of us who have adapted to a more kinder, gentler way of life, being at home quite a bit, and living the kind of a little bit of the stay-at-home mom dream. I mean, I think I feel the gentle nudge and shift that things are going to try very quickly to get back to normal, and I rebuke it wholeheartedly. However, it's going to happen. It's going to happen eventually, right? The main thing that I am really encouraged about, guys, is the fact that corporate America really had to get real with themselves, that in 2021, you better have a plan for your employees to be able to work from home, if at all possible. I mean, at the end of the day, there are jobs that will never be able to be done at home. If you work in a convenience store, you're not going to be able to work from home, period. That's just it, right? There's just some jobs that if you work in the service industry, restaurant industry, you're not going to be able to work from home. But if you work in corporate America and your job is at a desk and you were able to log in and they've got systems available, number one, because of emergency, number two, because of expensive real estate, because of disease, and because of many, many things, companies have to just get real with things can be done at home. Work and production does not have to slip. School systems, thankfully, have figured out a way to let some of their teachers work from home, instruct from home, instruct virtually, let the kids learn virtually, so that there is an additional homeschool option for people who may want to keep their kids at home for many different reasons, right? Whether they're getting bullied and you don't have to all of a sudden find a whole program to support them. You can support them in their current school system. So it'll be interesting to see how the school systems back out. I know some of you guys have already reverted, but in North Carolina, it has not reverted yet. And it's definitely a parental option. I don't know what the next year's school year is going to be like, but since they opened Pandora's box because they had to, I'm just curious, will this be something that will remain available, that remote option that you can still be part of a class, but you are remote for whatever reason, right? It was nice to see like a rapid shift in the world that we really had to change and accommodate a change. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. I hope you guys have an awesome day. This was a great conversation. Yeah, three moms are not the end all be all. We can actually talk about some other things and still keep a captive audience. But at the end of the day, the gossip is what brings us together, and the gossip will be what brings us together again. So, guys, don't forget to email me or DM me if you have anything that you think needs my attention. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great evening. And we'll do this again on Friday. We might do a members and mods tomorrow if I've got a topic. But if you don't see me tomorrow, you'll see me in a video for sure. And then I'll be back live on Friday. So, okay. So I will see you guys again really soon.